Ready whenever you are.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey.
Hello. Go ahead and if you want to.
Yeah, were you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm still fussing, but
Oops.
go ahead and start while I fuss, because my kids will be coming home soon. At some point, I'll just have to mute. Is that okay?
It'll be whatever it is.
Cool. Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
See you on the other side.
Good evening.
Hey there. Good evening, Parky.
Good evening, Nina. Oh, our names are switched. I gotta switch our names around.
I gotta not do that. That was funny.
Oops. Hang on a second.
We're pathetic at
it.
Is it possible to have a restart?
Probably. Oh, and I gotta get it off of,
Right.
I gotta
get
it off of...
I got some extra...
Whatchamacallit view.
But I was gonna do that while the stream had started. Is the stream still on?
Yep, the stream is still on. Okay, sorry about that. Let me get rid of that. So
is my camera on?
Your camera is on. We see the we see the hedgehogs and the...
I have oops, that's cool. This flower I'm about to add in, although it's wobbly in whichever camera hey, this is we admit we're the amateurs of amateurs. Still figuring this out on early streams, right?
Exactly.
At least I am.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been streaming a lot lately, but I've been streaming hummingbirds. So, yeah, I guess there's a little bit difference. I mean, it's like, oh, I gotta change things from the usual thing, and of course that's confusing, and then it turns out that my microphone isn't showing up anywhere. My fancy analog microphone. So I'm having to use the microphone off of the camera. And it's just a really great thing that I have alternatives.
Sure. I'm having a hard time getting both the flowers and leaves as well as the camera. So I'm just gonna stop at that, though. Does not meet the desires of a perfectionist. Yeah. Nice. There we go.
I guess you can. You don't have to, say what is the saying about your day job, but never mind. You're good.
Don't quit your day job. That one. Don't quit my day job.
Yeah, you're good. Whatever.
Yeah. All right. So, what are we at here? Almost the end of July. I really feel like I've done a great job of appreciating the summer as it's gone through. It's flown past. But this last week, I think, kind of rumbled by way too quick. I think, I'm trying to do the best as I can to appreciate everything before we get an August long weekend now. So before our big August long weekend. Mm.
Yep. To a good solid week and a half here will be friends camping.
Night. What?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I'll have friends camping up here in late August,
Oh,
early
cool,
September.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Last weekend of August and the first weekend of September. So.
Well, that's like the end of August then. We still have time, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna mute for a minute because I got people talking in my midst.
Okay.
And then
Yep, and part of it's thanks Vite and Gale. It could also be my internet connection is Starlink. So if I drop off or I get something squirrely goes on, it's usually too late by the time that I find anything out. At least on my gauge in OBS. Yeah, by the time it looks kind of funky, it's probably already better. I do have another internet connection, but I haven't quite figured out the internet plumbing required to connect them in an intelligent kind of way. So that may change in the winter. We'll find out. It'll be interesting. But for now, that's the way it is. This Vite and Gale mentioned about hearing some buffering and choppiness on her end, and commented
really?
She commented on
Buffering and
the beautiful scene with the hedgehogs are cute, and she loves the candles in the yard behind it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Oh, that's really nice. Well, there's a chair here for anyone who's here to join me.
Nice.
This is Nina Land, right? A lot of people that know me from Discord know me. I took some ribbing the other night when I didn't have my candles on, and Barky had fire going. But yeah, this is where we can have peace. Yeah, it's wonderful. It's nice to know we've got friends with us.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Definitely. So, and then one of my exciting things is I have the fruits of my garden
Nice.
have come off today. Little bit weird. Well,
I think we got some yellow ones.
Oh, cool. So I think they just fit within the heirloom family. When they do that, like they're called heirloom tomatoes.
Yeah.
If you're North American, tomatoes. If you're from many other parts of the world. So.
We did get a zucchini out of our garden the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, we harvested that and cooked it up in some stuff, in some olive oil and some garlic and stuff, and that was yummy.
Oh, beauty. Nice.
But that's about it from the garden.
It's still very early in this, really, late July. Anything that was planted in the beginning of the season is now had a few weeks in the ground, depending on where you live, above the frost line. And yeah, it's what I see right now is we actually already have cornfield.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say, knee high by the 4th of July?
For real? Oh wait, but 4th of July is already.
Yeah.
And so now we've got August coming up. It's peach season here soon. We've got the beginning of the peaches. And I'm worried I missed strawberries. I don't know if they went by without me catching them. It's a bummer. But at the time I thought they would normally be out, it seemed like the season had been too cold. So there I go with my silly farming, gardening talk.
Well, I do have
My
the
beans
Farmer's
are
Almanac right here, so.
That's brilliant. Oh, really? That's so cool. I got another one of my little guys.
Nice.
And
Nice salad
I've been
size.
showing. Mm-hmm. They're delicious.
Nothing like a homegrown tomato.
Essentially, I've learned twice though that if you brush your teeth and then eat one, they're not the same.
Is it like orange juice?
Pretty much. Orange juice or apple, maybe close to apple juice.
I know, like, if you brush your teeth and then you drink apple juice, it's like not
100%. 100%. That's the joke I made the other night when it happened. First time, and I went and did it again today. They're like, oh, we're here. 24 hours a day now.
The chemistry
to
still
make
works.
You happy. Well,
Cool.
And then earlier, when we were first setting up our scene here, I put some peanuts up on the deck rail around, and there's a chance a blue jay might come in to scream over there to pick up one of those peanuts. If it's a squirrel, I might have choice words, but So, yes. I have a lot of tree frogs making noises in my backyard today and this week. It's almost the end of my. Every night there's fewer and fewer. Like last week, I was bumping into them when I was walking through the yard, which is very funny because you get hit by one and you're like, bug! And then you're like, oh, I'm sorry, little buddy. Because it's actually a little glowing, little happy guy.
Yep, my mom has seen some bears, a couple of bears on the property recently.
Wow.
Not big.
Wow.
But, yeah. And then I seen one coming up the road the other day, last week. It was interesting. But I'm just like, we see deer all the time. We hear deer all the time. Owls. I want to get the.
I think I hear an owl right. Yeah. Yeah, I do. That's an owl.
A local owl to you.
Yeah. It's up really high in a tree, about like 5 properties away, I think. But he's pretty. Woo-hoo! Woo! That made me think of the tree. And their thing.
As I'm looking at these electronic circuits on my keyboard in front of me, Did you see the post of the inverted pendulum thing?
Is oh dear. Post about the inverted pendulum.
It,
Is this about the scientist that died? Or are
no,
you talking about something different? Okay.
no,
All
it's
right,
like
then no, I maybe haven't.
it's a Lego project, kind of.
Oh, yes, I did. I saw that as well. If you said the Lego inverted pendulum,
Ah,
I
yeah,
could have maybe. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Alrighty. Yep, saw it. That's like pretty cool. Pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah. That's like the kind of the programming behind building self-balancing doodads.
Okay. Bouncing like what's that little board that people ride on called? The little
Those hoverboards, the
is yeah,
segways.
yeah, Segway. Is there still one more name for it? Segway definitely. Hmm.
Oh shit! I'm typing on the wrong keyboard. I hate when I type on the wrong keyboard. Vitingale says is commenting on your tomatoes, saying that they're gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
It's nice to hear us talking. Good. But it was spinning a minute ago, and it probably is right now. It's yeah. I can tell when the bandwidth is. I can still.
Oh, great. Thank you for the feedback. Like,
Well,
I'm not seeing these yet.
I can see. I can hear us, but it's saying we're dropping frames, and it's like, well, we shouldn't be. There we go.
We're dropped.
It says we're stable again.
Okay, well, it's really helpful to learn what led to the problem.
Starlink is the.
Really?
Yeah. It every few minutes it does I can't talk to anybody. I can't. Okay, there's something. Okay, I can talk to it now.
See, I don't get that myself. Because I'm talking to you without broken internet. Like, I have no problem. Oh, those pounds?
Yeah, so Vitingale has a tomato plant, but haven't gotten a harvest yet. Our lettuces are going crazy though.
Really? That's really kind of cool. I get it.
Yeah,
I have no lettuce in the ground at the moment.
I need to replant some, probably in a box. Is that something you can use every day? It's nice to be able to pick a few leaves and have a fresh salad every day.
So, Vitingale, when we were talking about the segways and the balancing robots, a mono wheel thing, is that like a unicycle, perhaps? Okay, wait a second. Nina Comedian mic volume is also way higher than Barkeeter, so it's a bit difficult to bounce, but you both sound loud and clear. Thank you. So my audio comes out.
Hang on, I can turn you down a little bit from here. It's also probably going to turn the background music down a little bit, but we'll see how that goes.
Oh, that's cool. And then the thing is, we don't mess with our settings, so once we get it going.
Oh, yeah, that's about right, yeah. I don't think it hasn't memorized that I have my usual microphone working, so.
I'm on
I'm
my
not.
main iPhone now. I might change that for the future so I can just have a designated thingamajig.
Streaming device.
That sounds good.
Apples make a mighty fine streaming device.
Okay, so now I'm back to my local wildlife. How do you tell the difference between an owl and a dove? I've had a lot of doves in my neighborhood this spring, but they're quiet. I feel like maybe it's different.
Well, our owls are like barred owls, I think.
Okay.
Most of our neighborhood. Hoo 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 hoo.
Oh.
They have this whole song and dance.
Pretty
And
cool.
then when they really get going and making noises, they do this thing called caterwauling.
Yeah. I don't have that at the moment. Audio sound really nice. Video looks great. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you, Fighting. I really appreciate all of it that you're here with us and helping us
Figure things out.
You can see, I see on my screen that it's getting darker here because the candles are more vibrant. Seems like they get more vibrant at night time. And that back there,
I can still see light coming from behind the trees.
Oh, for sure. It's still quite light for me. That.
Oh yeah, I don't have that here. No way.
Yeah, we often find that you get it first. This guy is citronella back here, so it's supposed to help ward off mosquitoes. I've had a better year with mosquitoes in here, like not being abundant, but sometimes it's just a matter of the weather. However, the winter rolls into the summer, and what's ever left in the ground, how much moisture we already have, and then how much moisture falls, and then all of a sudden you have a bad mosquito year. That was 2021. We had it in 2021.
Yeah, lots of puddles, lots of tires with water in it.
Couldn't stay on top of them constantly. And so because of that, I maybe have a better cover over my drain this time. And I don't, there's multiple, not just. The fact, I don't know. It's everything. It's the environment and the citron, not just the citron. That's the lucky coincidence. So.
Different kind of bouncing robot-based transportation. A large wheel that's between the feet. Yeah, I've seen those.
That's a unicycle. Isn't that a unicycle, or it's still something? Is it like a robot-y kind of mechanical, like?
Yep, it's still it's still self-balancing. It has an electric motor in it.
Oh, it's got an electric motor though.
Yep, and usually like a pretty wide tire. Rubber wheel, rubber tire. Really wide, yeah. Some of them also have a knee brace that you hold between your knees.
I haven't seen it. That's neat.
Yep. Can we find a One wheel.
One wheel electric bike.
Electric skateboard, unicycle, electric skateboard, one wheel plus.
Like a scooter, but that's still like, I think that's almost three wheel. Good scooter.
Okay, let's see. Let me do this.
So I think the last time we were on, one thing we spoke about is sharing clips as well from online. I can't say I did any true research since we were online last, but if anybody has insight and ever wants to share it here or on Discord, it is very welcome to get a better understanding of what systems work really well with our I don't know, like technical producer on OBS, and we're hosting through this, right? We're hosting a guest through a separate Discord channel. And then from there, what systems are good for capturing a movie clip? Like I just say that because of whatever the file thing is. I'm not great with MP4 perhaps. That looks so familiar.
What?
That picture, that drawing. What is?
Yeah, a lot of people use that. Ben
It's a
uses
clip.
it.
Oh, okay.
Wait a second.
All right. So you're
Is
just
that
showing that's out of YouTube.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up
MV with the
YouTube.
God. Confused. Sounds like me, doesn't it?
That's the audio we're listening to, by the way.
I need to learn.
But where is the actual window?
Oh, that's so cool. Fighting Gale has shared that she got alerts and emotes set up on her channel. And I feel the same way. Like, I'm still trying to figure all of that out. It's super simple. Really? Two. Bark Eater is doing a window capture. Chill music. Hee hee. I've seen the video. Sorry, I'm reading on a phone with the chat.
Yeah.
I'm shitty at that.
I'm trying to...
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's kind of what we want, but... I think I want it... Oop, no. I want it, like... Up. Oop, up.
So, it would be lovely if we could have Fighting Gale on as a guest with us at some point. Once we get through some of the learning curve of the techie and get, moving along, maybe. Keep us in mind, please, Fighting Gale. And we might have some availability in August. It'd be fantastic. Even just, we have countless things to talk. There's no lack of ideas. Your experiences. I am so fascinated to know where Fighting Gale learned her passion for the trombone. Like, because I'm Canadian, we don't have marching bands at our high schools. and I kind of presume marching band, but I don't know. I'm just like nerdy asking silly questions about what path led you to where you are today, because it's pretty freaking awesome. Okay, and now, sorry, back to the clips. One thing I had you watching earlier, Bark, was the Jon Stewart on when he did that.
The thing for the vets, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the word. Like the media frig, I can't think of it. It's not a press junk. It's anyhow. He made a statement, microphones, cameras, and it was about that PACT Act, which was weird because they never really identify what, like, where the hell has that been stuck in the news site that we didn't know that somebody was supposed to pass something and it took Jon Stewart to show up or to stand up about it. Okay, so Bark, out of what he said, what I'm wondering, what parts were very poignant to you? Because I told you one of my favorite parts is when he called the senators old and said they're like tortoises. He never died.
They never died.
That was,
right.
And that made everybody in his, like, if you see the people that are with him in that, they're chuckling in the back. So, okay, what did you find? Back to the question.
Honoring our PACT Act of 2022. HR 3967.
Oh my goodness.
It passed the Senate, but not the House, or what?
How could that be? Because he was mad at Senator.
Yeah, toxic exposed veterans. So yeah, like that, yeah, this is, a lot of this is about the burn pits used in war to eliminate whatever waste material or human waste material, whatever needed to get disposed of. It usually got burnt with probably diesel fuel or
kerosene, like
kerosene, old oil, anything that could burn. My dad said.
Well, that's okay. So that's a very terrible.
And he was in Korea, and they still burnt all of that stuff when he was in. And
sure.
And they breathe that. So.
Okay, but these guys that were with Jon Stewart, they're much more like that one fella. Like I don't think they're boomers. Like they're Gen Xers.
No, maybe. They've been doing it.
Okay.
Ever since, like, yeah, they're probably still doing it.
Well, okay, so it's definitely a giant issue, and
it's a waste disposal issue.
But I really do believe, like, where we live at this point in time, and solutions are available to a lot of problems, and if petrochemical that are doing all kinds of different processes, if they can be required to have scrubbers on their towers that take the toxins and filter them out, like as it goes through a separate filtration process, they should be obligated to do that with these wastes. It's the same thing as a crematorium. You can't have a crematorium in a city and not have a creation. So if it, like, to me, that's just essential health safety. I live on the socialist side of the board. So for us, right, I'm all this like, I got all these lofty ideas about health and safety regulations, and you know.
Imagine that.
I know, right? Yeah.
Alright, try something here. Do a little stretchy stretch. I need me. Move me. I can shrink me a little bit. Cool.
It was so enlightening to me to be able to talk to a person we know online as MZ. We know her through some different channels, and when she talks about the supports, the social supports that are available in Ireland for people from, all walks of life, I didn't feel like such or any longer, that because I'm so used to Americans having that pull yourself up by the bootstrap mentality. But he's all like, they equip their people with safety. If you are looking for a job, if you're taking training, I don't know. It just seemed to me like it was more accessible to her than it was to my community. And I'm very proud that even us, where I live in Ontario, we have funding, government programs that help people who are trying to find a job and to make sure they're safe. There's support to buy safety glasses, buy safety boots, make sure you have safety gloves, helmets, like all of it. It's essential. You go, even if you do a high school co-op, it comes with safety equipment if it's required for anything. But my point was, other parts of the world as well get supports like that give you less stress in your day-to-day life. I think it's a good thing.
Yep. It's anything less that you have to worry about, then
Sure.
people are gonna be healthier.
Exactly. Well, health and safety, and it sets an example.
Hey,
as
Tweb's
well.
here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. Tweb joined. T-Web 222, and I see a hiya. Hey, a telekinesis. So, but Bart, what have you got up there? Because we were talking about the pack, and we got here on Stewart.
Yeah, this was the article. This was the bill about the toxic exposed veterans, veterans that were exposed to toxic substances and in their line of being in their duty,
okay,
in their service to their country.
Yes.
And it's like here, Title 3 is Veteran Burn Pits Exposure Recognition Act of 2022. There's also about Atomic Veterans Health Care Parity Act.
Okay, do they make it confusing language on purpose? Because I really am not, that is just legal jargon, and it really not something sexy that Marjorie Taylor Greene would talk about, or any of those guys, any of the spaz outs, or even ice cream Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, I mean, it's all. It's really like it's a bundling bill. It's bundling several veteran healthcare issues into the same bill.
How is that effective? Goodness. Okay. Sure.
Radioactive materials.
Yeah. Okay, so
there's an
What
Agent
was
Orange Exposure Equity Act. Fair.
Equity Act? Why is there an Equity Act?
Well, these are
Agent Orange, I know that.
well,
What's Equity Act?
these are all separate things that are all being brought in together.
I don't understand why. Okay, now I'm getting very specific about my irritation. But this is Congress and Senate is approving these stupid little things when it should just be covered on that under that giant VA umbrella that should be up to the VA system
Well,
to say in order to cover our veterans it costs
hang on.
this.
It's
All right.
but the it's all, not only is it just healthcare, it's also tied to their disability and their pension. So
Just
so
give
if it's so basically all of these acts make it that if you have these conditions, if you were affected by these things,
that's
you're
like
gonna
insurance company.
right. You're gonna get a service disability for that.
I just don't think this should be the kind of decision that is made on the national level.
Though-
There should be like subcommittees and what we have as ministry,
Though,
and they go through and they make those decisions and they say this much money must be given to our veteran health care and disability program. I just don't think it should be like this voting about people's. These guys aren't
it's
experts.
what's covered. It's insurance policy administration, really. But
Thank you. Thank you.
But and they probably get health care to some degree from it, but still they're talking about like John Stewart said. I mean, people were it's a case of getting cancer treatments or losing your house.
It is health insurance administration in my world. That is healthcare administration. It doesn't matter if you're a veteran or not. We all get equal treatment, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's ridiculous that there's profiteers associated.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, that is like there's
No, it's
there's
it's really,
people
it's something else
that can be manipulated, like all of it. They so same old. How do we get people to understand?
Well, really, my VA healthcare has been pretty amazing, actually. I get a lot of things in the mail. I mean, but I don't have to pay for anything. So it would be cool if everybody had to deal with.
Wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it? It sounds like a Coca-Cola song from the 70s.
It's stress-free. I don't have to. It's not something that's getting
Can
my
you
blood
imagine?
pressure up.
But it still kind of is. There's still stresses involved in it because you still have paperwork coming at you. You still had a delay related to the therapy associated with your recovery. Like there's still little fucking loopholes that zing you. So,
Yeah.
but I really have. There's been in many ways where I found people I've met before. They have, thank goodness, they have coverage. Whether you VA or another friend with a state system helps with essential health care when you're from like a lower income bracket or category. So, all right.
Yeah, and that's my case. It's because I'm Obama. It's not Obamacare, but one of the things that Obama did was said that anybody, any vets who don't have insurance can get it under the VA, and that's what I'm getting. That's where I get my insurance through.
But that wasn't there your whole adult life?
Nope. I didn't have anything from 2005 to 2000 and what? 2018 or so, or 30, 40, 2016, 17.
Sure.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I've always been upfront with many of you that it's not like our situation is perfect here. Like, we have a lot of things to squabble in our healthcare and what our government should insist on and what they should cover at the provincial level versus the federal level. Like, our fights are about whether dental is covered, about whether eye care. It used to be covered, then it was taken away. And so that's one of the things that I get grumpy about, with one, the fact that it's gone, and two, the government that did that to us really makes you grumpy with that. What do you got happening on the chat, Bart?
VA healthcare is worse than Canadian, says Tweb. Yep, probably. I mean, the big thing is I hear that you guys have to deal with is the parking fees.
That's everywhere, though.
But like, I think I get free parking at the VA.
What do you mean, free parking?
Free parking.
Like at the hospital?
Yeah.
At any hospital because you're VA?
No, just well, none of the hospitals that I go to. Well, Albany Med, you probably had to pay for parking. I think but yeah, maybe.
Okay, so there. That's like what we deal with. And they kind of have got to that point because they say to maintain parking, it costs us money. So everybody, but it really does feel like a money grab when you think like $12 for a day to park your car there. But that's what you pay in a lot of cities to park in a lot.
So, it's not bad for a day. That's not in a city. That's not bad. That's not. I mean, I've paid $20 for a concert.
Okay.
What was the last place I paid was 10. That was decent. But
for parking.
For Roger Waters, I paid $10.
Did you?
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, card only.
All right. So, and that's the other. Whoops, sorry about. That was the only thing that we hadn't talked about last week. Sorry, I'm not getting my camera.
Roger Waters.
Yeah, we're supposed to hear from you. I was trying to turn this so we didn't have that background in, and it blew up.
I wonder if I could get some pictures off of my phone.
All right. Anyhow, tell us about it. Well, you shared the image of the pig balloon.
Yeah. It was great. It was like right before the concert. Like, so there was this. Attention, patrons. The concert will start in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, cool.
And then the last thing you hear pretty much is, ladies and gentlemen, the concert is about to begin.
Mm-hmm.
And you're there's something about. And for those of you who don't agree with Roger Waters' political point of view, you probably should fuck off to the pub right now.
That's good. That's cute.
Yeah. really, really a lot of interesting stage work. Cinematography was great. The effects were interesting. Lots of use of the color red.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, lots of red.
Hmm.
The pig didn't come out till till almost the end of the intermission. And it's like an intermission at a rock concert. What the hell is that? What?
Oh my gosh, it's a boomer concert.
Oh, so I paid $5 for a liter of water.
It's a whole liter.
A whole liter
Where
of
did
water
it come
for $5.
Where did it come from? Like, did it stay like a natural spring in France?
No, it wasn't bubbled.
Was it authentic
It
Las
wasn't.
Vegas?
No, it was either Coke or Pepsi's water brand. I can't remember which.
Dasani.
It was either
That
Dasani.
Aquafina.
Yeah, it was one or the other. Yeah.
Alright. $5 for a liter. How much
And
was
then-
a beer?
Oh, I asked how much a what was it? Like an angry apple or something like that. Maybe I asked for it, or yeah, it was 15.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Those are like Canadian.
That's like where you turn the car off, you put your keys in the pocket, you reach behind you, and you grab like what you grab a couple of cans wrapped in a paper bag.
100%. Or like, who knows?
And you slam
Yeah.
them because they go down really quick, like Arizona ice, or like what is it, Twisted Tea or something like that goes down like silly smooth.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, Twisted Teas and Angry Apples are good, but you gotta like like it's not so fizzy. It's not like the fizzy drinks aren't, you can't get them down as quick. And it's not like you're like
I
drinking
agree.
liquor.
I agree. You don't want to start a show of any kind with like that feeling of a big air bubble in your gut. And then, oh yeah, it's no fun. It's, yeah. Because it messes up like more than one organ. So you're kind of like, I just feel unwell. This isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't good. And your brain is kind of like, my brain at least is like, and then all of a sudden you get a big giant and you're like, rock on, let's have a good time.
Let me see. Let's see. Let me get this cable.
So
I'm gonna see if I can get some pictures off my phone. Okay, what can I unplug? Not sure what it is.
so yep, candles turned from like being lit in very peaceful sunset, nice. Sun was going down nice today, and now it's still setting in the west. I'm on the east side of my house, so my little dudes are in shadows.
File transfer.
What if you take off the packed app part of the screen? Kind of a big boring aspect. Especially when I got my candles going.
Oh, and here's the thing we were
Okay.
talking about.
Thank you. That's what Fighting Gale mentioned. What's it called?
Yeah, a
Electric
one wheel.
For real. It is an electric skate. That does not
2014.
mean. Well, I have a hard time staying on a real skateboard. I can't imagine doing it one wheel. Oh, that's neato. Oh, yeah. I think that's the little girl from Inspector.
Nope, it's science.
In
Put
that
a motor in the wheel, added lithium batteries, and programmed the board
Penny.
to balance for you. We've got Pint X for cruisers, GT for shredders, but nothing for this guy.
It's nice. It's got the
And oh yeah, we build them
headlights.
in the US.
Oh, this is the ad for
so
it.
get a one wheel today and help
Did you
destroy
think?
boredom.
I kind of figured that.
So yeah, hey.
I thought you did that on purpose.
No. Okay. Can I get to this yet? Device not found. What?
What's going on, Bart?
I'm trying to get my phone to.
Okay.
I'm trying to show pictures off my phone.
Oh, are you? All right, of the rock concert in Albany, which I looked up that, what do you call it, arena or stadium or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and it's sponsored by a healthcare provider, like a hospital.
Yeah, what is it?
That is obnoxious. It's like really. It's such a bad example of for-profit health.
Yeah, it's a 3-letter acronym kind of thing.
HVC or something like that. HCV. And it really is probably a factor why we lose some of our dollars to the US, because they can go down there and it turns into a business, as opposed to the same kind of mission that doctors here. I'm okay. What are you connecting your phone with? Is that through a Droid Cam thing or another?
No, I'll be sharing.
Connecting. Oh, okay, your phone, because you're looking.
Yeah. Okay, date modified. Let's see.
Oh, okay, so is Tweb talking about Roger Waters was awesome? Waters, it must be, on DM25. DM25. HBCU, I think, forgot what it stands for. Fighting Gale? And this one is good. I don't know. Whoa, Bark. Something went very.
Ooh, what just happened?
Tell me.
Crazy.
Do you have music going at the moment, so we don't have like?
Yeah, I don't think there's any there is no background audio. How the? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, it's still weird, but That's what happened. Okay, that's we're back to normal. Mostly normal. Just messy. It's all messy. I got monitors up. There we go. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty now. Democracy in Europe movement by 2025. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see democracy in action. HBCU, I think. Yeah. What is that called? Let's see. And yeah, something. Let's see. What's Google Maps say it's called? Google Maps calls it the MVP Michael Victor Papa Arena. MVP Arena. Which is a local or regional thing.
Wow. Tweb just shared what DM stands for, and it sounds amazing. I need to learn more about it. But Democracy in Europe movement, DIEM, Democracy in Europe movement by 2025. That is almost here. Like, that's freaking amazing. And I'm kind of sad I didn't know anything about it. And Roger Waters connected with them. All right. Okay. Talk for future. I'll do some research and find out about it.
Okay. What is this gonna open? When was I there?
Oh, your concert
Yeah.
last Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Okay. So here we go.
No, Tuesday.
Let me
And then you
change.
returned Wednesday.
Let me change.
And then I don't remember. It was before we had the last hearing session when we watched that hearing last week.
Image. This. So it was in the round. The stage was kind of
Nice.
more or less
Cool.
plus sign shaped.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The curtain was plus sign shaped in 3D.
Neat.
So
That's interesting.
everybody got kind of the same view as this.
Oh, wait. Oh. Okay.
Meta mode. Let me make sure. Are we actually streaming this? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah.
Who are the images? Because it's obviously a compilation of black and white images of humans. I think I see a baby, so maybe it's... Alright, cool. Nice. Okay, seen it.
Let's see if I can...
Hedgehogs are cuter.
Yeah. Oops, what did I just do? I don't want to do that. What I do want to do...
Inviting Gail said, oh, and we got a Jenk sign. Nice, a Jenk. It's all good now. I see the concert. Cool. What's that? Oh, that's the red. The red.
Yeah, lots of red. You've got
An
the
alligator thing.
you've got the flags with the crossed hammers.
Nice. Oh man, that would be.
Like
Oh
that.
yeah. Wow.
I think we're going backwards in time, I think.
Oh.
This
He's
is during
really.
this is
He's
during the
got glasses
intermission.
on. He's got glasses drawn on his eyes.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
That
Oh,
was
that's
it.
back in Darth Vader's garden. Okay.
Oh, that was
Cool.
walking around the college.
The pig was an inflatable.
Oh yeah, it was just it was inflatable, and it was
And
basically a drone. It had vector motors on. It was just piloted just like a drone or an underwater
really,
thing. Yeah, it was kind of neat.
that's kind of cool.
It had a propeller for a tail and a...
Really? So it didn't have like any wires going higher. They just had to treat it like a drone, like a blimp, but with drone power.
Yeah, I wonder, can I get to any video?
Does the pig come from a specific Pink Floyd album?
Animals?
Is it?
I think so. I think that's my guess.
Do you think that the name came from
Animal
a
House?
pig named Floyd?
No.
Crap.
No, I don't think so. But I don't know.
Fighting Gale said great pictures and appreciated that information. Okay, I'm gonna do Pink Floyd on my search.
Alright, where was I?
The name Pink Floyd was created on the spur of the moment by Syd Barrett when another band, also called the T-Set, was to perform at one of their gigs. Oh gosh, I think that sounds... I remember seeing it in the documentary. T-Set was to perform. The name came from two blues musicians in Barrett's record collections, Pink Anderson and Floyd Castle. Cool. Okay. It's got nothing to do about somebody's pig. Somebody's hog. Right. Alright.
Image 8375.
And honestly, I do not know the blues musicians, Pink Anderson and Floyd Castle. I don't know much about that. So they went in with the name T-Set. Makes a good password.
Okay. All right. Let me see if we can. We can like play like seconds of this maybe.
Why? What do you?
Or not record it or something, but.
I don't know what you're talking. Oh, like you're saying for the copyright rules?
Yeah. Okay, hang on a second. This, then we want to go to celluloid. No. No. I don't even know what that is. Oh. Oh, there it is. Alright. Check this out. Let's see, we gotta squeeze it in here. Squeeze it in here. Oops. All
I'll
right.
tell you, I
Okay.
started my day with a headache, and I am feeling good stuff.
Right on.
It's a really great thing, yeah.
So, let's see what we have here.
Okay. Oh. Doesn't help a headache. Cool. What? Those
Okay.
So that thing down the center, that was a cocoon? Like that was a physical, and was it fabric or was it like stiff like a box or you know?
What the
What,
I think it was just like literally like curtain.
you
But
think
that,
so, eh?
but the triangles, they
Yeah,
were
that was laser light.
they were lasers, yeah.
I could tell that. Yeah, but that the thing that the images were projected onto, you think it was curtain. Did it ever go away? Was it ever like revealed, or it was there the whole show?
Oh, it was at first it was down at stage level, then they raised it up.
They raised it, so that gives you the impression that it's a curtain. Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Can you put something pretty as the background instead of
the bill?
laying there? Yes, please.
Oh, well, first of all, we can have this back.
There she is.
Or we can just have us and not have a web page, but if there's anything
no, it's cool. No, I really appreciate that we got some good practice. We can always go back and see how effective any of this was. So it's good. We're trying.
So
I know
this has to be shrunk.
How's Ben doing? I haven't seen Ben. Galaxy Brain for a couple weeks. I think Ben took a break.
He
and
got
I
married.
saw her once. She did?
She got married. Yep, they got married.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I knew they were planning a wedding, but
that was like a month ago.
okay, so that was the vacation. Okay,
Yep.
I knew they took a vacation. I thought it was prep. I thought it was prep for the wedding, but because I thought it was down the road. But that's pretty exciting. Oh my gosh! All right, so they've had a wedding. Oh. And now she's back. So I've seen her like twice since she got back. I didn't realize she got married. But it's kind of cool because the people we know from TYT, the presenters, they're all getting nice breaks right now. We're getting a neat rotation because everybody's getting like 1 or 2 weeks off, and I really appreciate it. I've always felt like set a good example because in Europe, like, vacation is all the time. Weeks and weeks and weeks, right? And so I expect at minimum North Americans take your, if you're given 4 weeks, make sure you get 2 of those squished together for a break. If you get 2 weeks, make sure you get a whole week off. So,
I used to get all my weekends were 3-day weekends, so I got
in Belgium?
no in here in my last big job. It was
Okay.
10 years worth of point of sale support for the gas
The Pizza
station
Domino's?
industry.
Oh,
No, that was
okay.
before that. No, that was before that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was way before. That was a whole life before that. Wow. It was like,
Yeah, right? Well, I thought maybe...
Domino's was actually one of the first jobs I got after I got out of the Air Force.
I thought for a while you did point of sale for Domino's, separate from work. Did you do that as well?
No, they were both they were separate things.
Okay, I thought maybe you went in, like you're like, I already know these systems and I know computers and voila.
No, this was before all that. We were like wishing we had like, oh man, if we only had like this thing that would tell us like, it would like print out a map of how to drive to where the
Well,
it was like
yeah, remember?
it was
I
like
do remember that.
mid 90s.
Oh wow.
Early 90s. Like wishing we had that kind of a
MapQuest.
thing.
I remember
there was
MapQuest
not such a it didn't exist back then.
was no.
Yeah, no. That was like that was later. Google Maps was later than that.
I'm gonna need to take an intermission, and if
Okay.
you want to keep streaming while I'm
I can.
away,
I can. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Giving you a heads up then to be ready with some content or discussion or something when I walk away.
Right.
Get on it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know Tweb's got a garden, and Vitingale told us about her garden earlier.
Okay.
Her salad.
Actually, it was really cool that Vitingale responded to one of the things I asked about. And she learned trombone first in grade 8 and then went on and did marching band and orchestra. That one, like that, there was an audible reaction when I read that because I was that's pretty dang cool. And from what I remember, Vitingale is from like Northwest USA. So that helps me envision this trombone playing. I don't know what you call it when your arm goes out with the trombone and comes back. Trombone stretching. Vitingale. She's so good. See?
I played the tenor drum in marching band. But I think
you had a marching band?
Yeah, for like 2 marches. And then I did some with high school, and I did a couple with Boy Scouts too. We had a little drum line.
We had band. We had a band, but we didn't have marching band, and it was not orchestra caliber. And then while I was a teenager, they came out with like a guitar in a band, like a smaller little rock band with like 4 or 5 members of it. And then from there, they just passed the torch year after to different people. Yeah.
A jazz ensemble.
Not jazz. That was at a different high school. We had that there. That's what I learned scat, where I learned what scat.
Oh,
excuse
me. I had
me.
a chicken salad sandwich.
Amazing.
I can't wait for
Make me hungry.
tomato sandwiches with a fresh tomato out of the garden. I can't wait. That's my favorite. My favorite garden treat. So we'll have some of those. I think the grape harvest should be pretty abundant. It's climbing into a tree near it. It's Concord grapes. The raspberries are still out here. Wild raspberries. I'm waiting for the blackberries though. They'll be here later. They're just less seedy and more meaty and just as watery. Hopefully they'll be better this year. But the garden isn't what I had planned due to my due to my recent hospital stay and for having a heart attack. Set me back a little bit, and building raised beds and things like that were part of the plan. I had everything all dug up and all ready for making raised beds, and so I'm waiting for my nephew to get here so I can direct him, so I can supervise the construction of some raised beds. And what I'm going to try is to put some rotting wood, some rotting boards from like old raised beds and things like that into the bottoms of the new raised beds and cover them with dirt and start with that. That should be pretty interesting. So, and I can use the tractor for that. And have my nephew do the hand labor, back labor. That'll be good to get some of that done and catch up, at least get a head start for next year maybe. That'll be nice. And I gotta restart some more lettuce in my garden. Speaking of lettuce and gardens, so I'll probably put them in like window box kind of things. But the tomatoes, I've already got a zucchini. We've already had a zucchini out. There's a couple more, and there's some flowers for some. So we got good. There's bush beans that are flowering bush beans. So that should be interesting. Usually we do pole beans, and we usually do pretty good with the pole beans actually. Except last year's were kind of stringy, so I think the variety we got was just a really big but stringy variety. So we'll have to look out for that. We still actually have probably some in the freezer from last year. So yeah, next year will be a different garden than this year for sure. The other thing I can do while I'm recovering is I built a small greenhouse last year, so I need some like a workbench in there, a potting bench, and to be able to do that in there and have some shelves off the ground where I can like put some plants, or maybe hanging, I don't know, maybe hanging shelves or something, I don't know, or hang two tubes side by side and set pots on that, or it is a peaked roof, so I can like come up with something for sure. If it's just a short shelf out of the side or something, maybe I can do that, or I have to investigate that. Really nice seeing Nina's candles flicker. That's really great to see. I almost should maybe next week I'll do the fire outside. Thank you for the 8 visitors. We've got visitors. I know some of them are me, Nina, and and I know we got Vitingale and Tweb, and I appreciate everyone lurking, and really it's bringing up our viewer count, and we really like that we may as well get affiliate, why not? I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I think like monetizing wise, it's like the minimum payout is $50, so it's like that's the next goal after you hit all of the goals you need to get affiliate. Then you have to get to the goal before you actually get any money out of it. So apparently they went from $100 to $50. Yeah, Vitingale. Yeah, blueberries are great. I saw a few on our blueberry plants. I'll have to go check them. There may be something. There weren't many. I saw one that was like almost a few days ago, but I don't know. And the birds may have gotten it already. But there weren't many on our blueberry plants. I'm looking to actually get another set of blueberry plants and plant them alongside the ones that are already there. I'm really looking forward to streaming from the garden during the day. Actually, that'll be fun. Maybe I'll do that when my nephew is here and we're actually doing something in the garden. I'll stream us building raised beds or something like that, or at least scratching our butts or something. That'll be fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to streaming from outside and from not from the workshop. Ooh. Yeah, as Vitingale feeds the cat. Yeah, homegrown tomatoes. That's the... it's like maybe even like once a week I can do a grilled tomato and a grilled cheese and tomato maybe. I think a grilled ham and cheese in Belgium was called a croque monsieur. But here we would call it a grilled ham and cheese, I think. It's done. Pouring some homemade lemon water. My primary beverage is after coffee is lemon water. Good background music. We also use Shared Records. Patreon.com Shared Records is well, among other people, let's see. Where's my list of streaming? Ben's a big part of it, and a couple of other maybe and other, what's his name, Rob Limo or and then there's a couple of other people who are known to be in Ben's space that have made a bunch of music with him, and Rob Rousseau has been involved in it, so it's really great to see a bunch of streamers collaborating on some really great music for streamers, background music for streamers, and not have to worry about getting DCMA'd or anything like that. So it's safe and comfortable and groovy and good quality jamming ear candy. Thanks to Shared Records for that, and thanks to Xander for this, or whoever this is. Who is this? Lo-fi beats. I can pull down the link. Not that way though. So, and then what do I have to do? Shrink this back down again? Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, so, one of the things I need to figure out in chat is how to cash in channel points to do the highlighting, especially highlighting the text for whatever, how many points that is. So doing some of that kind of stuff will be cool. But I don't think we get channel points really till, I mean, they're there someplace, but I think there's 2 sets. So I've seen 2 sets of points. I think it's like the bots or something have, each of them have different ones or something. So like Nightbot may have a set, and Streamlabs may have channel points, and actually that's what I actually think. One is Streamlabs. I think Streamlabs and Nightbot. I think those are exactly the 2 that are probably. So there's that, and there's getting those kinds of details, and there's things that are that I have working that are like the you can do polls and things like that in channel now. There's a spin the wheel. I can do a random spin the wheel for content. I can do that. Scrolling text. There's a scrolling text thingy I can turn on. I don't want to get. The big thing I've been working on was actually a robot. and wiring that up so I can actually get it moving, or get the wheels rotating for once. And a couple days ago I managed to do some soldering on some circuit boards and got them wired into the robot, and now I need to actually figure out how I'm going to control all of these electronics, and maybe even actually at the same time provide a camera. And I do have this doodad that I'm considering using. This little jobby right here it's a camera. It's a camera, and it's Wi-Fi, and it can actually, it has the pins on it to be able to connect this stuff to control the motors for the robot. So at least I'm hoping. Otherwise, I have to use a bigger version without a camera, and then maybe eventually have a Raspberry Pi with a USB camera on it or something like that. So there's different things I've got to consider, and the robot's actually pretty big. You can stand on it. You could put a lawn chair on it and sit on it. So that'll be fun. First thing will be driving it with my cell phone, and then we'll once I know I can do that and I can control the motors, then I'll put some more brains into it and put some more radios into it, and ham radios and better cameras, and all LiDAR and all kinds of fun stuff. But I got to get it moving first. It's been a long time coming. Right, Nina?
That's right. Hey, I'm back. Yep. It's been a long time coming. That's actually, I think, a Tragically Hip song.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Thanks for the intermission.
You're welcome.
I feel replenished.
Good. So now
Yeah.
now I get to take one and listen to you jabber
Sure.
for a while.
Alright. Boy. You got the Farmer's Almanac ready for me? When am I gonna jammer and jabber, jibber jabber, boo?
Well, I do, but that means me not.
Yeah, that doesn't help me. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I'd like I can't control it though, the BBC news page. BBC or CBC, but, I'll just do it. Oops. Turns out this old cell phone needs to have BBC updated for me. So. Almost.
Yeah, check in on the headlines.
Of course. Usually do a few times a day. So, beginning of the day, I want to know there's no nuclear war happening. Middle of the day, I don't want to run for the hills if there happens to be a nuclear war in the afternoon. Okay. Xi Jinping and Biden exchange warnings on Taiwan. Oh boy. Alright. Russia hit Kyiv area. Okay, so Ukraine war and China's animosity over Taiwan is not going to be solved in this one article. What's in U.S. Democrats inflation fighting? Blah blah blah. I'd rather talk with an economist about that one. Okay, U.S. Capitol at tipping point as migrant bus. Okay, this is actually newsworthy. Washington, D.C. is at a tipping point as migrants arrive from the border. $4,800 migrants came from the southern border, and a fella, maybe we'll find out who he is, said it's a humanitarian crisis, yeah, that had brought her city to a tipping point. Oh, her name is Muriel Bowser. Okay, well, they were warning about bus trips were organized in Texas and Arizona in protest against Biden admin's border policies. So they sent them to arrive while their Senate was on summer break. Okay. Migration across the U.S.-Mexico border has surged to record level. Greg Abbott, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is involved in this. Arizona Governor Doug Ducey followed suit a month later. The voluntary bus rides were necessary. Really?
For who and or what?
State-funded bus rides to migrants released from federal custody in April. Greg Abbott was a critic of Joe Biden, so he began offering state-funded bus rides to migrants released from federal custody in his state in April. Okay, April. We're talking about late July at the moment, okay? And it says Arizona Governor Doug Ducey followed suit a month later. So now we're talking about May, saying the voluntary bus rides were necessary. Okay, so now they're claiming they're voluntary, and it's necessary because little action or assistance from the federal government. Sounds like a Republican talking point, right? Both Republican officials had lobbied unsuccessfully for the Biden admin to keep in place a Trump-era policy that allowed Border Patrol to expel almost all undocumented migrants seeking asylum. The Biden admin attempted to end the so-called Title 42 policy, but had been blocked in court. Oh my gosh. So, Texas and Arizona have meanwhile dispatched more than 150 buses filled with migrants to DC's Union Station, which is at the doorstep of the U.S. Okay, so I'm reading this from British cover, and I'm getting information here that in England, in Great Britain, they understand that it's being said that this is voluntary. And it started April, May, and now they are arriving right now. But we pretty much know that, like, especially with that thing we saw today about Jon Stewart saying the senators are on break and they're doing shit and being boneheads. So, now...
How did they feed people on these bus trips?
Okay, so let's keep an eye on it. Like, we can't answer this in one night. We gotta see what tomorrow's news brings. But Texas busing program, which the White House has slammed as a publicity stunt. Okay, that's Biden. Yeah, that makes sense. Has cost taxpayers in the state more than $1,400 per ride. Well, I don't know. I think that's squabbling about small money, really. Like,
$1,400 a busload?
No, per rider, not the whole busload.
Per rider? Wow.
Yeah, well, they're probably covering the cost of the bus, but also, like, are they giving meals and accommodation for the people? And okay, how is this voluntary? Like, people get out of this federal system and they're talked to by Republicans and said, would you voluntarily get on this bus and go all the way to DC to make a fucking point to those, whatever they call that, whatever they say, so they're pawns. They're being used as, obviously. Is the BBC any more apt than American news coverage of this? Or even, like, you know, let's see, do they cover it on TYT more? On it, their shows, because it starts with the watch list, goes into the damage report. There's Dr. Ritchie's show. And tomorrow's Friday, so we have others in. Yeah, and then the TYT main show.
They mentioned it when it started, but now that it's an ongoing thing.
Is that what it is? Like,
yeah.
Are there new buses coming every week? Because that's not what I'm getting out of this story.
Oh, really? Yeah, I thought it was a continuous thing. They just sent one busload? No, they've been doing more than one busload.
Okay, so we gotta look into it, because I don't think I got that impression. Okay, there's facts. Governor Ducey shot back on Twitter. Mayor Bowser is lamenting 4,000 migrants. Arizona had 43,570 border encounters in June alone. Ted Cruz, this is how BBC writes, Texas Senator Ted Cruz, a Republican, said, if 4,000 is a tipping point, what the hell do you call the 3.5 million illegal immigrants who've crossed our southern? So he's claiming 3.5 million illegal.
April 28th, Greg Abbott was asking for private money to bus migrants.
Okay, he was asking. So when did the buses first arrive? Washington is many Democratic-led jurisdictions around the country that limit its cooperation with federal immigration law enforcement. Eric Adams last week partially blamed the busing programs, plural, for placing a real burden on the city's safety net and shelters. So are they busing to New York City?
Yeah, and
any sanctuary city?
And also they're busing them from Arizona too.
Yeah, this article clearly said that. Article clearly said, yeah, they come from Texas and Arizona, and they're making a spectacle, which is kind of sad.
No.
Yeah. Up here, kind of respect Arizona. It's supposed to be a nice part of America. It's a good. We've always been told it's a good place to live if you have because the air. But I live near the Great Lakes, and asthma abounds. Right. So, but like it sucks from my perspective that they've gone so Republican. And I posted something. I was doing some research a couple weeks ago about the guns in America and gun manufacturing and gun things. And Arizona, out of Arizona, Gabby Gifford has a really great movement about gun control. And so because of her husband, Ellie, I felt like they were more leftist. But this Ducey,
Yeah.
I don't want to be foolish because I could easily mess up a senator and governor. So there we are. You asked me to keep conversation going and found an article to get. But we also need to keep an historic Kentucky floods. Oh, man. U.S. economy shrinks against sparking recession fear. All right. Oh, guess what? There's some hyperbole in journalism today.
How so?
Okay. 6 hours ago, this actually to me, this is newsworthy. In Hong Kong, huge screen falls on dancers at Hong Kong boy band concert.
Right.
A screen, kind of like what you were showing us in your Roger Waters concert. This came down and landed on dancers. That sucks.
Right.
And I really think like we've seen a lot of this in the past few years where there's major entertainment, whatever we call it, entertainment venues, or when they come in with temporary structures into some sort of concert stage collapses or the lighting falls on people. So now we have one today in Hong Kong, sadly. Injured 2 dancers. Well, in front. I need to work on my set. Spend more, get some exercises from MZ before I try reading BC headline.
Well, I've definitely heard crazier things in the news.
I did stop. I scanned over some more there and I decided I'm not on this. Yep, there's always news.
I've been looking to find where to buy local solar panels. Used solar panels. Used ones, but local-ish. You can get really good deals on solar panels, but the shipping wipes away any savings you'd get.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, there's lots of really good deals on used solar panels, but the shipping... Yeah.
Okay.
The shipping doesn't make it so attractive, so... If you can pick them up, if they're local enough and you can actually go get some, then you're talking, then it could be worth it.
Okay, so...
Like, I wouldn't go down there for less than 2, probably. Because it's going to cost...
Go down where?
These are located in New Jersey.
Oh, that's not far.
Nope, it's not far. It's probably about 3.5 hours away.
Hours. It's within part of a day. And you can maximize that trip to do other things, right? Like, definitely. Okay, I think that's reasonable.
Yep, it's
honestly.
doable. Yep, it's a round trip in a day is easily doable.
Okay. So then, is there a limit to, like, is it like a one-time opportunity where the people, old solar panels to unload, or
I think it's a company that does that.
oh, cool! Oh my gosh, that's a cool business model. Really?
Yep,
So
they get old solar panels and resell them.
they refurbish them and
There's
okay.
really nothing to refurbish. Make sure that they're working, I guess.
No, I don't think. I really do think all of this technology, they need maintenance, and you got to make sure, like, before you sell it, that the connectors are clean, like you know,
Oh,
where
yep.
and then you want the photovoltaic panel, in good shape, otherwise you can't resell it. You got to clean it off, make sure that it doesn't have like dust particles, and looks at like refurbish is a pretty broad term for it, but it still means polish it up or detail it, just like auto detail.
Here's some resealed ones. 75. Here's a 300-watt panel for $99 plus shipping. And they're in California, so it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Shipped from California, how much does that cost?
You're talking like a Canadian said. That's exactly the way I think. How much does it cost to ship here? And then for us is like, and is there any duty on it?
Right.
Oh, yeah. There's more terms like that too. Do we have to pay any taxes? Does that include the conversion rate? Or what's that thing called, Bart?
Exchange rate?
Exchange rate? Conversion. Why am I thinking conversion is related? Anyhow, did you convert that? Convert that to Canadian? Is that a loonie? Did you make sure? Now I'm making it up. Can I pay with Tim Hortons gift cards? Got me some Canadian Tire money. That wasn't a Canadian accent. I fucked it up. I messed that one up royally. No. Any chance? I'm sorry to ask. Chance you take the Canadian Tire money? I got some buttes. They say 1982. Good old CT dollars. Before we had the dollars. Before we had the loonies. Okay. I'm joking. Okay. So enough about my joking. I'm back
about
to
your fellow inhabitants.
I'm back on Twitch. I guess it's shut down on my little phone when I did whatever, and so it's back. I don't have any chat from while I was off for a bit. But I see here, Fightingale says, what kind of panels are you looking for?
Yeah.
Do you know how to handle the battery storage? And all for it. I find it fascinating. Oh my gosh, Fightingale, we are kindred spirit. Me too. Absolutely. So, what kind of panels? And then the storage. That's my thing. Like, what do we do with the storage? So we're talking about TV. Okay. Actually, I just had this conversation with somebody recently. I have 30... I can't read it because of my shatters on my screen. 35 watts of panel, and what's that say?
Lipo batteries. Yeah.
was okay. All on the low end. What does lipo mean?
Lithium polymer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay.
these
I
are
have 38 watts of lithium polymer battery.
It's a LiFePO4.
Okay, but this lithium polymer. Because it was lithium ion for the lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the difference between lithium polymer and lithium ion?
It's what the polymer is. It's what the chemistry is. It's different chemistry, different. They still involve.
Okay.
It still involves lithium, but maybe the mechanics of it are different. Maybe the
All right.
the anode or the cathode's different, but it still has lithium in it, or maybe there's all kinds of
Definitely.
chemistries and stuff.
We need some producers to help out because we've got great ideas for content. But we don't have the expertise to chase every topic. And this, we could really use some people to help us with expertise and take on giving us some fact finder and whatever. So definitely with like polymer, what I've learned, whatever is that chemistry when you look at what the molecules are and how they're connected. Polymers, like shit. It would come out of how it's treated. I definitely agree. How the lithium is altered, it can turn it into a polymer. However, what is there other additives? Are there other things that are involved? Is there more in that than just lithium to achieve that? Because polymer doesn't mean like molecules of any kind of plastic. So I'm fascinated by this new storage that I didn't know about. Anytime I worked, like I was involved in anytime I was learning about the photovoltaic and where the energy was going, they were looking at hydrogen and how hydrogen could be used as a storage vessel, but whether it's too volatile, right? Or risky. So anyhow, man. Fundamental, thank you. And Fighting Gale, I really how Fighting Gale. Ooh, good question. Ion, lithium, polymer. Neat. That's great. Okay,
what did I type?
That's a Nina kind of result. That's like the way my world goes. This page doesn't seem to exist. That's great. Oh, I like that. Unlock 25 next order class.
That's why.
That's the kind of weather we're having right now, though. There's no ice on that lake. Pretty great. It's not. Yeah, it's a pretty nice picture.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. All right. What are what do we call these? Polymer? So, lithium iron? Is Fe iron? What's Fe?
Yep.
Is it?
Yep.
PO, what does that
PO, is that phosphate?
for battery? Okay, here we go. Life
Lithium
PO
iron
for
phosphate.
battery.
That's what that stands for. Lithium iron phosphate.
Lithium iron phosphate 4. It's like a new tongue twister.
Right.
It's
How do you make this
it's
go
the
away?
tongue twister of 2022.
No, thanks.
Oh my gosh, that's a pretty nice boat they were. All right,
Yeah.
what are lithium iron phosphate 4 batteries? The type of lithium battery built from lithium, iron phosphate. Other batteries in the lithium category include, and then they give us that list.
Yeah, different
might
kinds of
remember-
lithium batteries.
You might remember these elements from chemistry class, and unless you're like Nina and you run away from chemistry because that's not your strong suit and you don't have bad marks going on you.
You may remember me from such movies as Yeah.
All right, so is that what it is? Such movies? Yeah, I guess it is. All right, so it really is. There we have a whole other, that's like a Saturday night conversation about me running from, but having now a new appreciation for the periodic table on it. Okay, so this is all like the preamble. Chemists who discovered the best lithium combination for batteries. A long story short, I don't know about that. That's how this battery was born in 96 at U of Texas, to be exact. This battery is now known as the safest, most stable, and most reliable lithium battery. 1996 University of... We must read on. This is engaging. Alrighty. I'm not into a brief history because I feel like that's what we were supposed to use my time for.
Oh, this is what you asked about. Right. Because lithium ion batteries were like dangerous and explode and more dangerous than the ones in Teslas and things.
Now that we know what the lithium iron phosphate batteries are, let's discuss what makes it better than lithium ion and the other lithium batteries. I don't feel like I did capture that. Shoot, I hope we didn't skip over something important. Alright, let me look. The battery isn't great. Wait. Okay, it's not great for wearable devices like watches because they have a lower energy density to other lithium batteries. That said, for things like solar energy systems, it's the best by far. Okay, I'm very frustrated with this article.
Okay.
And I can't scan it forward. Sorry, can you get me to that paragraph? Last but not least, the batteries cannot only reach the faster cycle. Okay, DOD, I've heard of that. They can reach 100% depth of discharge, DOD. Why does that matter? Because that means with these batteries, you don't have to worry about over discharging your battery. Also, you can use it for a longer period of time as a result. In fact, you can use a quality lithium iron phosphate battery for many years longer than other battery types. Okay, that would be hyperbole.
They say that it'll wear out before the calendar date before it wears out from how many times you charge and discharge it.
I do not know that. I do not. I can't verify anything on this. I would totally throw that article into my media literacy compilation I have, because here they're spinning. They're making these specific allegations, or braggadocio. They were talking about all these things. It's better because it's better. Why this? Because it's better here, and but there's nothing verifying
I think
how
this
it's proven
is
to be.
right.
This
I think this is a industry funded, or it's really positive towards this product, and it's all like a marketing. It looks like a marketing product more than it is a Wikipedia article.
Okay, unfortunately, as soon as let's just give you an example. If I was interviewing for a job where I was marketing this product and saying, here, I got to tell everybody to buy this because, and this is the sales pitch they gave me, my stomach would be so unsettled. I would be so bothered by the lack of verifying information, but you want to ask questions and make sure things are on the up and up. You look at something, you want to make sure it's on the up and up, then you look at this and you're throwing, like, they can reach 100% depth of discharge, DOD. Why does that matter? Very fun question, but what on earth are they saying?
They're saying that some batteries you can't.
Yeah, right.
You can't run them. You can't run them low.
Yeah, for sure they are. For sure they are.
Car batteries don't like it, but.
All right, so we were back to lithium battery, and I still, we're so far off from answering my question about hydrogen storage, or MZ's been putting stuff about sand batteries, and I haven't been able to go down that rabbit hole, but those look so interesting. So, yeah, questions abound. Like we got here because we were talking about solar panels, and Vitingale asked, posted an awesome question, reinforced what our chat was about, but also said, what about storing that energy, the electricity or energy? And now all of a sudden you got me ranting about modern science, and where's the state of the science?
Well, a 1,000-watt LiFePO 4 battery costs about a little under $1,000.
USA.
Yeah. And then you need something that costs something that costs under $1,000 for the inverter and the charge controller. And then you have solar panels or generator or whatever, however you're going to charge your batteries. Wind or whatever, you hook it up to the charge controller. So they say that like 16,000 US can get you self-sufficient.
Oh, how much?
16,000.
Wow. $16,000.
Yeah.
Oh, Wow. Okay, that's an amazing number. 16,000. I have questions about how much healthcare a year, how much are your taxes a year if you're the average Nina in the US.
I have no idea. I mean, because
Right? I know, it's conversations for the future.
Yeah, the average Nina's got 2 kids.
What's this? Sorry?
The average Nina has 2 kids.
Oh, the average. I got it. Sorry. I made you read that a lot. Alright. So... Also, though, it's bigger than just me and like my specific life. Like anybody that is middle to starving. There's there's people that are in and people who are in debt. So, like even middle class, there's nothing about what the income is from people because everything can be mapped up by debt and tragedy in the States. Like anything can wipe out your savings, your livelihood. And that's capitalism. That's the joys of capitalism.
Yep, it sucks having to travel an emergency from coast to coast or something, or...
What?
It sucks having to travel...
In an emergency?
In an emergency, coast to coast.
I don't know. I think, to be very honest, that is the model in Europe, in Canada, everywhere. Because you can't have specialization available across your entire country. We're talking within country things, and so it can't. Yeah, people are faced with extraordinary things when they're in a health or need, specialization. Alternatively, we are just so dang lucky. We're so fortunate that we have our health tonight and we've all been here. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Bart, do you know that you have that image repeated over in your little in your little quadrant of the screen? I'm there. Hello, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you. Okay. So it's 10:51, but I just had a flash of something I wanted to tell. Like, I'd be happy to tell anybody about. So I'm gonna shift gears and tell you that today I stumbled across on YouTube a thing going. I didn't know about it till today. I am a follower of a guy who does scammer payback, and he gets back when people are getting scammed by international call centers, and at Bark months ago I put up a little post when I found him. His name's Pierogi. He's kind of funny, and I think he's out of Texas. And then there are a couple of others. And when I talked to you, you said, yeah, you had where there were YouTubers that would try and take on those calls and that come from.
Well,
Sorry, can we take the girl out? Can we put it just the two of us?
Mark Roble
Cut
put
out.
sure, yeah.
Thing. Okay, so Pierogi on Scammer Payback has an amazing background that he got to start putting up where there are cats on like a little cat condo wandering, and it is really cool. And so it's great that this helped remind me. That's what brought up Scammer Payback.
Oops.
The thing that they did is called call center, human call center. I'll find it in a moment, I hope. And they took this week and hosted a special week where celebrity YouTubers that try and deal with the scams that come online. So I already say that. Sorry about what they had these celebrities. They all came together and they worked on and created like a special 1 week project. So what I saw today was day 4, and in the end they said they were gonna, but they so they get an email that says you deserve or you're entitled to a $400 refund because there was a mistake from our company. If you click on this and contact us, you're going to get $400. And then those people on the other end, they ask to take control of your computer. Like that's what I had seen before. Like they say, give me that remote access to your computer, and I'm gonna do this and that. And those people, then once they get in there, what I found from Pierogi on these is that they will then override when they put you responsible for typing something, and at the last moment they override it and put an extra 0 on what is happening.
I've seen that. Yep.
Into so this is like we are Best Buy or Geek Squad, where they're from, those groups, and we owe you $400. So okay, you go in, you do this, you do this, and an older person would be very, naive to whatever happened, and then they come in, and so they've got enough control over the computer, they add in, and they're like, and then it hits enter, like I'm supposed to get a $400 rebate, and all of a sudden it goes, and they find out even before this, what's your bank account? Is it $4,000 or $40,000 or $400,000? What can we get out of this? I can't remember the name of the vulnerable victim kind of person. They're like okay, so, sorry, it'll come to me in a couple minutes. So they type in your extra 0, and then they turn it on you and say sorry, or they don't. They say, what happened? Oh my God, you accidentally put in extra zeros, and I gotta lose my job because they just put $40,000 in your account when we were only supposed to give you $400. If I don't get that returned, I am you know, and my life is over, and I'm indebted to my mother and my sister or my wife and my kids, and I'm gonna screw everything up, blah 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 blah. And so then so these guys kept them busy all with this a movement they made of these YouTube guys that are trying to get back. So honestly, I think what I saw today was the call centers in India were trying to attack the YouTube guys. So it actually, in some ways, this is a teensy bit historic. So I have, I keep talking about Progi, but there was another guy named Jim Browning, I think. Jim, I think it might be Jim Brown. And he's been on there, and he actually took calls today. So he came, he may have came the UK to the States to be part of this, but they had a whole bunch of these. Right, I'm finally freaking in here. Sorry. Let me look up Scammer Payback is what Progi is with. Scammer Payback. And the People's Call Center. That's what People's. And so he's got days where they've been dealing with it. So anyhow, I came in on day 4, and they've got one more day. And, you know, like one from this group today, I saw them operate and talk about their different channels and everything, and that was enlightening. And then 2, you know, it's interesting how this whole thing goes down, where hackers push back against hackers, and now we see it unfold on YouTube.
Yeah, it was fun. The one I saw was like they were like packages had trap doors that would open up at certain times and release cockroaches.
Okay.
And
Okay, so that, oh yes, I saw that. Okay, so that was definitely them as well. And they made a bigger live stream about that, where they incorporated other guys so that they can actually try and, because this guy's been doing this now for a few years. I don't know, like, I feel like at least 3 years.
wow.
I just found him like 3 months ago. So, they got to keep it interesting. He's been around. So anyhow, hey, wow, thanks for sharing that tonight, because I'm here listening to me and my crazy story.
That's okay.
Every day we've got, you know, you never know what's coming at us, or where there's a lesson. I feel like we never know where there's a lesson hidden in some sort of experience. Just take the time to pay attention.
Yep. Yep. And hang around in Discord, and maybe you'll see a little bit more video.
Is that right?
Maybe.
Hang in Discord. See, oh, all right.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, it's 11. It's 2 after 11. I want to
Oh,
thank.
that's lovely.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone for hanging in there. Those 5 viewers hanging
Really?
in there. They're hanging in there. Yep. 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 I mean, it just gets the views per hour up, and I appreciate the statistics. We just went to 1.3. In a week it'll like go up to like 1.5, and because we've got like still like a week worth of one viewer average days, so we've got to get through those before the numbers start really looking like 2. And then we get to work towards 3. 3's the magic number, right? So, oh yeah, Tweb's in the garden, right on. Okay, thanks for listening, and yeah, thanks everybody for
Thank you, bud.
being there, and thanks.
I'm
Nina.
gonna say good night. Yeah, thank you. I just want to say good night. I'm happy to say goodbye and stop talking so I don't feel like I'm interrupting anymore.
Okay.
But this was a lovely time. Thank you. Good night, y'all.
Good night, Nina. Good night, everyone. Be well. Peace out.